So we are going to have left atrial appendage occlusion in this lab. So maybe Dr. Choi can present the case for you.
Okay, so this is a case of LAAO occlusion. So next slide, please. So this is a 65-year-old gentleman who has known history of hypertension, diabetes, hyperlipidemia, atrial fibrillation. She has previous history of repeated suprachoroidal hemorrhage in the left eye while on warfarin. Therefore, warfarin has been stopped. So the chest WAS score is 3 and the HESPAS score is 3. So he was scheduled to have LAAO occlusion today. So next, please. The interatrial septum is intact, no PFO or ASD. So next, please. So it doesn't show any clot inside the LAA. So next, please. The size measure is around orifice is 2.13 and the length is 2.66. So next, please. On measuring in the 135 degree, the length is 2.82 and the depth is around 3.12. So next, please. More detailed measurement will be done by Professor Lee Pui online. So next, please. So here we have Professor Horst Sievert and Professor Wawa Lam, and Simon Chen and his team would do the anesthesia, and Professor Alex Lee would do the TEE.
Okay, thank you very much. So we have already done the transeptal puncture, and you see on the fluoro screen the angiography of the appendage. And I was a little bit surprised that I don't see any filling distally, but I learned that this pigtail has more thigh holes more proximally, so that's probably the explanation for that. They have just calibrated, and in this diameter it's only 19.7, let's say 20. Okay. So now that's the only synonym we have done so far. It's areocaudal projection. Now let's move on to the echo. Please show us the different echo views.
Yeah, can we show them the echo images?
All right, so...
not this one, echo. Yes.
Am I on?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the LAA on echo. This is 0 degree. Okay. And I'll show you a measurement later. Let's scan through this LAA. This is 45 degree. No thrombus, 90 degree. And we see the pigtail inside the area, and it's 135 degree. It's corresponding to the areocaudal view on the fluoroscopy. This is the 135 degree. And the maximal diameter we have measured is 27.
Can you show us some of these measurements so we get an idea where you measured?
Now, this is 0 degree. We measured from circumflex to the other side. This is 21. Can't see the rim very rich, pulmonary ridge very clearly on this view, but it's approximately the diameter on 0 degree is 21. And then we have the this is 45 degree. Measurement is from here, circumflex to here is 19. Okay. This is 90 degree, and measurement again from circumflex here to here is a loop here, so I made the measurement here just proximal to the loop. It is 18 here. 18 here, yes.
Okay.
And this is
the largest,
135. We have the maximum diameter at about this long axis wheel, 120, 135 is 27 here. And there are multiple loops, 3 to 4 loops here on the 135. And there's another measurement on 135. And the depth we managed to measure for the LAA, maximum we have 32 here, but it's measuring to the inferior loop, and if we measure from here to the anterior lobe, it's about 31.
Okay.
Yeah.
So looks like we have a very much oval-shaped LAA. Just to confirm that, can you show us the 3D measurements? Yeah.
Yeah, this is 3D measurements. The on-fast view is quite an oval shape. And the maximal diameter here it's 26, quite corresponding to the 2D measurement on 135 degree. And the minimal diameter here is across this dimension, which is 16, 17 millimeter.
Okay, so we have a diameter between 16 or 17 and 27. Are there any people in the audience who are using the Watchman, and what is their comment? What kind of device should we use here? Could you hear my question? Are you still there?
Yeah, can you hear
I
us?
think we are all waiting for your judgment.
Okay.
Okay. Can we show them the fluoro live?
I will continue to exchange for the sheath, but I would like to have some comments what device size we should use here when we are using a Watchman. Okay, so in general, the largest diameter is what we are looking for. So when we have measured 27, we should use a 31 millimeter Watchman device. The problem here is obviously it's so much oval shaped. This is one problem. And the second problem is that the length of the appendage may just not be enough for the 31, because that's what you actually measured on TEE. So I will now exchange for the sheath, and then we will do another injection, hoping to see more of the distal part of the appendage.
Yeah, view time follower.
So the
echo follower side by
sheath
side.
which comes with the Wasserman device is the double curve.
Yeah, just double curve.
Can you pull back the dilator
Yeah. Can we zoom in here?
and focus on my
Yeah,
hands
and
here?
put the screen bigger. No, we don't want to see the echo. Just see.
Make the real fluoro big and the
Yes,
okay.
thank
So
you.
double curve, because this is one curve in one direction, and when I turn this around, then you see that there is actually a second curve, which is not so pronounced as the first one. This is pointing anteriorly, so it's one curve like this, and the other one is this, and it points anteriorly, and that's why it's named double curve. It's usually the curve I start with in most of the cases. What you also can see, and this is different from the ACP sheath, that there are little side holes at the distal end which facilitate aspiration and injection of contrast. So it happens rarely that you have obstruction of the end hole, as it sometimes happens with the St. Jude sheath. Okay, can you advance the dilator, please?
Sure.
Dr. Sievert, can you just explain where the optimal point of transeptal is in this for this particular case?
Yeah, usually we puncture inferiorly and posteriorly, but I must admit it's very hard to predict what the best puncture site is, and that is because it obviously depends upon the orientation of the appendage and the relationship of the appendage to the septum, and this is really variable. So that means, yes, we puncture inferior and posteriorly, but when there is a PFO, I usually try to go through the PFO first. And only if I see that the position of the sheath is not optimal, then I do a puncture at the inferior side of the septum. So now I have an Amplatz extra stiff in place. It's an Amplatz extra stiff with a 3 centimeter long tip and a J. Now the sheath comes through the septum. I'm rotating a little bit. Ups, it's losing position now.
Yeah.
I'm still again in the appendage, okay? So you can see that the dilator is pointing out of the sheath quite a bit. So at this point, I keep the dilator in place and advance the sheath only. Okay, and at this point now I can remove the dilator together with the wire. This valve of the sheath has to be tightened down because otherwise you have bleeding. So I'm removing the dilator and I'm tightening it down. Obviously, de-airing is important as always. Okay.
Oh, there's a clang here.
Okay. Where's it coming from? Okay.
Okay, that's better.
Good. So now we can do another angiogram, and I hope that I can see more of the distal end of the appendage. Is that conscious here?
Yes, 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 because it's large sheath, so you need 3 times to feel it. Yeah.
Okay, good. And we are still in RAO caudal, that's good.
Can we see the furrow? We don't want to see the echo.
Okay, now we can see it much better.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go for the device.
Yeah. So which size you want to use now?
31 is that?
Yeah. Do you want the pigtail to sort of deep see the catheter?
No, I will do this with the sheath.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Okay. 31.
So this device comes preloaded. So do we have a non-sterile device here? No.
No, you have a non-steroid device? Non-steroid device to show.
For demonstration?
Demo. No, sorry.
Okay.
They don't have.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
So we gave heparin at the time of the transeptal puncture. How much heparin did you give?
I give 7,000.
7,000, okay.
He's about 70 kilograms, so it's 100 units per kilogram. Usually we check ACT half an hour later. Make sure the ACT is more than 250.
As I said, it comes preloaded, so I cannot show you the device. I have to de-air this. And the best way to do it is to inject slowly saline until it comes out distally. Okay. Now I will connect the manifold to the side arm of the delivery system, because when the delivery system is inside of the sheath, I cannot inject anymore. I can inject only through the delivery catheter, not through the sheath. Okay.
All right.
I have to, can we advance the, can you focus on the tip?
Yeah.
Okay. Zoom in, please. So I will advance the device a little bit so that it really just, to open up here, that it's really at the tip of the delivery system. Can you hold it for a second?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe it's here. Yeah, just a bend.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
Good. So I have advanced the device up to the tip of the delivery system. Now we go through the valve. You will flush a little bit while I'm introducing it?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, and I have to open the valve here. Now I'm inside. Good.
Okay.
I'm advancing very carefully the sheath a little bit more up to here. I'm also watching for air in the sheath.
Okay.
You see several markers there. There's the distal marker at the distal end of the sheath.
Yeah.
Then the marker which is moving, which is the distal marker of the delivery system. And 3 markers on the sheath, which gives me some orientation how deep I am in the appendage. So now I'm pretty close to the end. At this point, I will basically keep the delivery system in place and pull back the sheath. And then there is a little rim here and the delivery catheter will fit snug into the sheath, and then the delivery catheter and the sheath. Or you should show my hands, please.
Yeah, show hands. Yes.
Okay, so the delivery catheters inside of the sheath, there's a little rim here. When I bring this together, the delivery catheter and the sheath will form one single unit, and then I have still this metal part here which is connected to the device, and I will keep the device in place and pull the assembly of delivery catheter and sheath together back in order to expose the device. Okay.
追住條 sheath 兩邊呢個，然後喺呢度，你就會放。
Okay, so now the delivery catheter and the sheath are connected as a unit. I'm rotating a little bit counterclockwise.
哇！有排喎。3個格格。好啦好啦，5個。你快出翻。
And I will slowly pull back the catheter.
Why can we have the furrow on a large screen?
Yeah.
Oh yes, please.
We can see better.
Furrow. Yeah, and large furrow. Yeah.
出緊嚟㗎。
Okay.
嗰個 watch 琴日有冇見到？係冇得意。
淨係睇 furrow 啊，唔使睇手。
係呢個得一個。係出嚟。出咗嚟。
Oh. No, no echo furrow.
嗱呢度有個 gap 啊，得。
Okay, so let's have a look here.
Seems one of the lobe is not.
Is there a gap here?
It's not covered, huh?
Yeah.
Let's check on angio.
Yeah.
唔緊要，佢通常唔聽我講，喺呢度留 gap。
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's too small, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a big appendage.
Okay, I can try to reposition it a little bit.
Yeah.
It looks like that at the upper edge it's a little bit too deep inside, and therefore the lower lobe or the lower part of the entrance is not occluded. So let's recapture it.
Yeah. So we try to do a partial recapture here. Right.
I rotate it a little bit more. That's too much.
Yeah.
Oops.
It's a little bit different now.
Yeah.
But now we have a large shoulder.
Yeah.
You see that on echo. We need echo.
We need echo to show the audience. It's definitely better covered.
But it's not okay. The shoulder is too big.
The problem of the stability.
Yeah. It's not compressed enough.
Safe.
Is there a larger device?
Yes, we have 33, right? We have
34.
33.
Yeah. Okay. So we need a larger device here. The position is still not optimal, but even if we can rotate it more, it will be too small. So we will recapture this completely.
Yeah, furrow, please. Big furrow. Yeah.
So we have an amazing discrepancy between the echo measurements and the angiographic appearance here.
都唔緊要啦，佢頭先都好靚，佢再嚟過啦，係啊。係啊，而家唔使，而家出翻去先。係啊，我想佢再擺一個。
Oh, I cannot recapture.
Cannot?
Can you zoom in a little bit, please?
Yeah, it's partially get caught in some of the structure, I think.
Can you zoom in, Fluoro?
可唔可以放大啊？
剛才嗰邊嗰個 lab 佢嗰個lecture hall 嗰度，係啊。
係啦。Yes，
應該係。
OK。
係咪咧？我唔知啊。
Yes。OK。
冇咗E9添。哦，咁得啦，咁好啦。恭喜你啊！唔使再搞E9。
So the problem I have is that I cannot recapture it for some reason. I have redeployed it.
Okay.
Dark contrast.
Okay, so what could happen is that the distal anchors are caught by some trabecula,
What is that? Oh.
and that's why I cannot recapture it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
You see? Okay.
It's quite stable. Sorry, I need to inject
Yeah.
contrast. Yeah. Let's do it again.
Okay.
It's quite
So
stable.
that means the risk of embolization should be not too big because
Not
it's
too big.
captured somewhere, and it's actually not so bad anymore.
Yeah.
Huh? It has changed a little bit the angle.
Yeah.
Let's measure the residual compression,
Yes.
which is probably not enough, but let's measure that.
Yeah.
Can someone do this?
Yeah. So Alex, can you measure the compression on by echo?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. This is
Is it 135?
135. There will be a small leakage on
25.
the.
Yeah, it could be, but it could also be that the sheath is moving the whole thing
Yes.
up.
Yeah.
So it may come down a little bit when
Yeah.
we release it.
Yeah. From this view is nice. It's always nice to look at 90 degree.
25
25?
and 90 degree.
How much is it?
25.
25.
25, yes.
25.
25. So
It looks
it's-
not compressed at all. Huh?
No. Let's see the other
Okay.
views.
Other views, yeah.
Yep. This is 45. 45 degree compression is 25.
So
Okay.
there's still some compression.
It looks better on echo as well. This is 0 degree again. Okay.
0 degree 25.
Can you go to 135 degree, please?
Yeah, that's the worst view.
Silent.
In fact, it doesn't look bad.
No.
Yeah.
Also 25.
Also 25.
25.
Okay, so then we can release them.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think we should.
Okay.
There's no major leakage.
I'm detaching it now,
Yeah.
and it moved down a little bit.
Yeah.
Now let's, angiographically it's difficult to decide because there's a membrane of the device which is permeable, so contrast
yes.
always goes through.
Well, it's good.
Let's look on echo again.
No leakage. I don't see any leakage.
Let's go through all views because
Okay. This 0 degree.
Now we have a demo now.
okay, yeah, okay, let's show the
Very
demo.
free,
Okay,
yeah.
thank you very much for the demo.
Thank you. Sorry.
Should we expose it? Yeah. So
Yeah.
we prepared another device here because I wanted to exchange this, but we can now. Let's go through echo first.
Yeah. And then we
Finish
show the
echo.
demo.
Finish the echo first. Show us.
Yeah,
echo,
let's show
please.
the echo, see how you assess the leak, assess the compression.
So this
I think
is,
it's important.
Echo full screen.
first.
Yeah.
Echo,
okay.
echo.
Good. We have it.
Okay, when at 0 degree, there is no leakage here, and we measure the compression. And all the view for this view is 25.
25. Yeah.
So good compression. We need about 20% compression. 45 degree.
You're right. In fact, it goes down a bit.
No leakage. Good compression. So it's 25 centimeters, 25 millimeters. And
So looks good, right?
looks good.
Okay, so now let's look at the demo, and then we are finished with this case.
Yeah. Phone
Can you live screen large, please? Okay, so I'm just exposing the device now,
I think 40.
and you will see that it opens up suddenly, and you can see the hooks are right here, so we have coverage. About 50% of the device are covered by the membrane, and as I said earlier, this is a semi-permeable membrane, which means blood goes through until it's covered by a tissue. So now what happened in this case here, I wanted to reposition it, but some of these distal struts here somehow get entangled into the trabecular, and that's why I could not reposition it. But at the end, that's a good feature in this particular case, because we have complete seal and there's additional protection against embolization. Okay, any questions or comments?
Great.
How often is this device caught by the pectineal muscle in your experience?
It's rare. It's rare. I would guess maybe 5%.
ไม่ได้รับแตกเลยนี่ก็係個條 sheath 嚟
So if there is still persistent leak, then there's no other choice but to deploy this.
Yeah, if that happens, and it happens actually more often when you have a distal bilobe LAA with a small lobe, and you have the anchors in the small lobe, then it happens more often. And if that happens, you should not pull, because then you actually can rupture the appendage. So then it's better to deploy. And if there is a residual leak, I mean, this combination is not very frequent, but if it happens, then I would not do any more during the same procedure. I would wait some months and then close the residual leak with another device or an additional device.
Okay. And how long you're going to wait?
We wait usually 4 to 6 months, but I don't know whether it's probably also possible to do it earlier, but I think it's no harm to wait such a time.
All right.
For this oval orifice, is the other device better? You were asking what device to use. Is the ACP better?
Oh, I don't have data, but I think both devices are okay for that situation. I think the devices are good, but the appendages are not good. So I think it's not a major difference.
That's right. That's right. That's a very fair answer. So since Horst is going to catch a flight, so we will end this transmission. But I would like to take this opportunity to thank Horst personally, because he came early in this morning for the cases, and he is leaving for another plane this afternoon.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for the support. Let's give a big applause to him.